Welcome to BroBots. This is the podcast that tries to help you be a better human by being smarter about how you use technology. I have to question my own smarts when it comes to this one. I was fumbling through the internet the other day, scrolling as I do from time to time, and I found these incredible videos. Perhaps you've seen them, these Lego animations, apparently from a company in Iran, a very small team that is helping support Iran in the ongoing war with the U.S. and Israel. And the video, I mean, they're killer. As the kids would say, they're real bangers. They slap. They've got some just amazing hip hop beats over these amazing animations that are all built around Lego storytelling of this perspective on the war. And as I'm watching it, and we'll play a few of them here just so you can kind of see and hear them. But as I'm watching it, I'm realizing like I'm eating up this propaganda with a spoon. Like get me a shovel. This is delicious. I'll take another. Oh my God, this is good. I want to share this. I want to share this with everybody because it's so good. And all of a sudden I went, oh wait, that's how it works. They win you over with the cool thing, and then you share it and somebody else sees it and they buy in, and somebody else sees it and they buy in, and somebody else sees it. And that's why these things have been seen by millions and millions of people. And it's starting to make the online narrative be Iran is beating the U.S. at the propaganda wars, or as they're now being called, the slopaganda wars.
Yeah.
You've seen these videos, at least some of them. Your take on these?
They're hilarious.
They're amazing.
This is, and it's funny because YouTube has banned them.
Yeah.
So YouTube's like, no, we can't show these, and I don't know why. Like,
I don't either.
I content wise, I see other more terrible things being built, and I know like Lego is owned by Disney. But
I didn't see Disney saying, hey, pull this down. Like I saw YouTube said this crosses a line for us. We're taking this down.
Yeah. And I certainly think that I've seen more pro-Trump shit on there that's certainly more controversial than this.
Well, yeah, I mean, just for one example, you might remember this classic.
This is perfectly fine. Shitting on the American people is perfectly fine and acceptable.
Yeah, that's fine. We can leave that. We can leave that up. That's no biggie. I don't get the censorship, I guess, that's going on when it comes to that.
You get the censorship. The censorship is YouTube doesn't want to piss off the Trump administration. I
guess that's it. I don't know. I guess I thought they were more powerful than him.
Well, I mean, no, YouTube doesn't have nuclear weapons.
Well, there's that.
YouTube doesn't have an arm.
I don't expect him to drop nukes on YouTube's headquarters, though.
Well,
I don't see it going to that.
Sure, but I mean, YouTube needs employment visas. YouTube needs certain internet rights to not be stopped. YouTube needs certain AI legislation to either not be enforced or to be enforced for their benefits and their good. I mean, it's pretty clear that the administration is open for business and bribery. So, I mean, this might not be allowed on YouTube after this conversation.
That's true. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to get banned. We'll see.
That would be, and then we can get these guys to make a propaganda video about us.
Right. We'll be the next Lego. That would be awesome.
Right. Do they have fat Legos? I don't.
Let's find out. Let's take a look at one of these.
Fat Lego.
There's this is a great one that I was just looking at before we jumped on to record. Let me share this with you.
Our inbox is flooded with Americans saying they don't watch the news. They listen to our songs instead, since your media is full of shit. Let's keep it 100 and talk reality. 5,000 years of Persian soul, of poetry and light. You sold nuclear threat to every camera in sight, but our leader said nukes are haram, on record clear. The real atomic arsenal, Tel Aviv, my dear. The IAEA in the building, they've been watching the file. Israel's undeclared war hits like the mile by mile. You weaponized the fear of Iran to fund the machine, while AIPAC lobbied Congress and pocketed your team. While soldiers bleed for Bibi's dream. Your son-in-law cashed $2 billion from the Saudi regime, Kushner. Your lobby chain is tight as choking out the globe, while your son is trading stocks inside his velvet robe. Baron. Wake up, America. Open your eyes to the devil's design.
I mean, this is just this is taking what we saw in the transition of news, right? To go from your nightly news to the Daily Show to John Oliver, making the news entertaining. It's consolidating this down to a 2-minute amazing music video that is entertaining as hell, dropping a lot of what some would say facts, others would argue not. I'll let you be the judge, but it's so incredibly entertaining, and it just drops these lyrics that then are stuck in your head that you then repeat over and over again in your head, and it becomes truth, and you share it with everyone you know because you're so into it.
Propaganda.
That's how it works.
It is. And like you said, I don't think this is anything worse than what you would see on the Colbert Report.
Nope.
Or the Daily Show, or I guess it wasn't the Colbert Report, it'd be the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, which is no longer around. Right. John Oliver's piece, last week tonight. Like, this is not any worse.
No.
But I think it's because it compresses so many narratives into something that's succinct, and because the source feels like it's propaganda, it means that it feels less true. And I'm not going to discount the fact that they're calling out Israel on this as potentially being another reason why they want to clamp this down, because they don't want to create more tension in that area. But I mean,
sure,
that video straight up calls out the corruption of the Trump administration repeatedly.
If the Daily Show, if John Oliver, if Stephen Colbert had produced this, it would just be another funny meme. It would be something that is seen as comedy. So is it the source? Is it because of where it's coming from and the intention behind it that you think is causing it to be seen as more controversial?
I don't know.
It's just curious to me because it's clearly playing on, like any good propaganda, something that we have an emotional attachment to. Lego's been around forever. Young people in particular have been watching these Lego movies for many, many years. That was sort of after my time. So it automatically instills this sense of trust, of familiarity, and the fact that the music is great makes it, you want to listen to it. You want to hear how they're going to tell this story to this incredible beat. It's just so well done. And I get it. If the other reason it works is because it's not dressed up as news. It's not supposed to be the Daily Show. It is something where you're not looking for this. You're scrolling. You're looking for cat videos. And then this hits and you're like, oh, wow, this looks great. What is this? Oh, my gosh, this is so cool. Share, share, share.
Yeah. I mean, YouTube's argument. So I found a Yahoo News article, and they literally said, we terminated the channel for violating our spam, deceptive practices, and scams policies, a YouTube spokesman told AFP without elaborating. And those guys replied, the Explosive Media replied back with, seriously, are our Lego style animations actually violent? And
right.
It's not. This is no more violent than the shit that I see on YouTube. It's no more.
How many streamed video games do we see that are on YouTube of people, real war scenarios of people playing, I don't know, Call of Duty or whatever? That's more violent than this. You
actually used to be able to see executions on YouTube for a period of time, especially during the first Persian Gulf War. I mean, and there were warning signs and everything up, violent content, be careful. I mean, this is horseshit. This is this is Google sucking up to the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And am I shocked? No. Am I disappointed? Sure. But I mean, disappointment in Silicon Valley these days, that's par. I mean, they're doing stuff to try to keep themselves afloat so the people in office don't take them out. And some of them are, flat out trying to influence and peddle their way through this to try to consolidate their power and become more powerful in these scenarios.
Yeah.
So these videos are great. Mm-hmm. They're funny. They're well done. The messaging is succinct. I think a lot of it will resonate with a lot of people. It's certainly parts of it resonate with me. Mm-hmm. I am offended that we're going to war because this asshole said we weren't going to go to war, and we're going to war over supposed nuclear weapons that they were going to get that were imminent, but we destroyed everything before. Like, it's a bunch of double talk bullshit. Mm-hmm. And the people that are excited for it and believe it are just people. They're the ones that Trump's fucking F-15 flying over, dumping shit on. They're the ones looking up to the sky going, "Feed me, oh master." I mean, that they're a bunch of shit-eating fucking morons, because this is not fucking real, man. Like, what he says is not real.
Right.
And these Lego videos, yes, there's definitely truth in them. Like, there's no doubt that this administration and their family members have all enriched themselves in this process and don't give a fuck who they hurt.
Yeah.
And if you think otherwise, it's because you're looking up at the jet.
This video in particular calls out that exact thing, the motivation for this war. And this one, just a warning, this one will be stuck in your head.
Yeah. I've never been friends with Epstein, but the pictures tell a different story. Epstein queen, kissing on the lips, living that scene. She says, never friends with a straight face lie, but the files got Trump by the balls. That's why she was smiling ear to ear, hand on his chest, kissing Epstein beat, while the cameras click the rest. Now she's on TV saying we were never close, but the photos got her looking like the perfect host. Epstein wasn't just a friend, he was the key, held the dirt on Trump that nobody else could see. Every wild party, every private flight. Now Netanyahu owns the White House day and night. Epstein queen, kissing on the lips, living that scene. She says, never friends with a straight face lie, but the files got Trump by the balls. That's why Netanyahu got the tapes, got the photos, got the proof. Now he pulls the strings and Trump jumps through the roof. Told him bomb Iran, start the war, light the fuse. Trump said, yes sir, no way he could refuse. Because of Melania's nights with the devil in the dark, we're stuck in this war, watching missiles fly apart. She played the perfect wife while the blackmail ran deep. Now Iran pays the price for secrets that she keeps, sacred defense.
This must be the 8th time I've watched this today. Like, the song is so catchy, I can't help it. But again, it sort of speaks to the motivation. And the other thing that I think is interesting about this particular approach that they're taking is that they are very explicitly calling out Trump, right? This is not America. They like even those behind the propaganda are able to see this is not America wanting to do this. This is this guy, and they're calling him out specifically in these videos,
trying to distract everybody from his name being in the Epstein files. And I think the part that I guess YouTube gets to stand on the grounds that by saying Netanyahu has the Epstein files and the evidence, he can pull Trump's strings and made Trump go into Iran. And it could be 100% true. Mm-hmm. Great. Release that evidence.
Yeah.
Like, well, somebody release some actual evidence.
Let him sue them and prove that that's not true. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in his office. I haven't seen any files, but there's a way to deal with these things, and censorship isn't typically it. How much bullshit do we see from Fox News, or how much have we seen from Alex Jones over the years, or Candace Owens, or any you can go to MSNBC too. Like, they all are full of shit on some level with whatever propaganda they're trying to push. when you start censoring, like, we don't like this, we're gonna use the excuse of it's too violent, when it's a cartoon that is no more violent than every episode of it on Disney Plus. That's bullshit.
Well, and the line of censorship, like, this is YouTube censoring, so which is allowed.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
They're a private platform, and they're allowed to go through and choose what they do and don't put on their platform.
Right.
Like us. Like, they could choose to not put us on anymore. That's perfectly possible. They could choose to not put Joe Rogan on anymore. They could choose to not let Alex Jones be on there anymore. I mean, they've gone through and they've turned off certain, there were parts at a time, I think OAN was being threatened with being taken down. Mm-hmm. So it's not unlike them to turn things off when the heat gets turned up on them. Mm-hmm. It's just that this particular one, they're taking it down. They took it down really, really fast. Mm-hmm. And they haven't taken down the ones of the president shitting on the people. Like, it's really easy to see that YouTube, again, doesn't give a fuck about the American people either.
Yeah.
That's not their concern.
Yeah.
Their concern is they're a business. They're trying to make money. And this president, again, is open to that.
Yeah. This is all interesting to me, in particular, living in Canada, where the lawmakers are discussing banning social media for kids under 16, right? Like, this is something that they're following the lead of other countries around the world that have done this. And again, I circle back to where I started with this, that, I saw this, was sucked in, and went, like, it felt validated in a lot of things that I think, a lot of things that I believe. And I almost immediately was like, oh, wow. Like, I consider myself relatively smart when it comes to, bullshit detecting with internet things. And within like 60 seconds, I was like hooked on this thing and wanting to participate in the sharing of it. And that's the part that's scary, is that, I think of the things that the decisions that I made in my life because rock stars that I liked, I heard them say something on the radio and I was like, I subscribe to this now too, because they're cool. I want to be like them. If I'm a young person today or young-ish, and grew up watching Lego videos, and I see something like this and I like the song, suddenly I'm going to see what else do they have to say, and I'm going to dig deeper. And again, not that what they're saying is wrong. Clearly there's some legal question about, what they're allowed to say and what they're not, but there's a lot of truth that's there. And so that's why, sort of tying that back to your comment about censorship, like, I've always believed that the antidote to bad free speech is more free speech. So let this exist and let someone else do better. Why can't someone else do better? The company doing this is a small team in Iran of 10 people. We've got some pretty big media monsters here that can play this game and should be playing it better, and they're not.
Well, and your point about, if I'm a young person and I grew up on Legos and I watch this, I'm going to be more influenced by this and look at these different pieces. That's 100% correct. Yeah. And one could actually say that is the justification for why it is you're not going to allow this content to run, because it's got imagery that is specifically designed to target people of a certain age or a certain, but at the same time, are you going to get rid of like fucking puppets for those of us that grew up with Sesame Street? Like, this is the slippery slope argument is definitely in play here, but I also think that the other side to this that we tend to forget is that this is not a unilateral thing. Like, it's not one side doing this and the other side is not.
Right.
It's this type of controlling of the message and the narrative is key to winning the hearts and minds of people. Mm-hmm. And I don't think the people in charge of the United States are interested in winning the hearts and the minds of all of the people. They're interested in keeping the hearts and the minds of the people that put them in office, and wanting to go through and suppress the vote so people that don't agree with them aren't allowed to vote, like women, for example.
Yeah.
That's definitely part of this strategy, it seems. So, I mean, it's not... The videos are funny. They are, and they're done well. And yeah, like they're very direct. But again, I don't think they're any worse than anything that you'd see on The Daily Show, or and they're certainly not worse than Trump flying over and shitting on the American people.
Yeah.
And the fact that that just gets to keep running and gets to keep playing and this gets taken down, and that's Google's just sucking up to the Trump admin.
Yeah. And so I guess, for me, the takeaway here is just like, as always, right? Don't just buy into what you see. Like, stop and think for a minute before you hit that share button, before you hit that like button.
Yeah.
What is the underlying motivation here? Like, what are they trying to convince me to do? Because I think other than us, everyone's trying to convince you to do something online. I'm just trying to convince you to, listen to the next one, because we like doing this and we want you to like listening to it. That's our only motivation.
Yeah, or go outside and take a walk. How about that?
That's another good option.
Enjoy nature. Explore the real world. Meat space is a wonderful place.
Yes. And often far more entertaining.
Exactly.
Maybe not than these videos, but most of the time more entertaining.
Most of the time.
All right. Well, I think that's enough rambling from us for 1 week. Thanks so much for checking out this episode. If you did listen to this, we did show some of the video on YouTube, so go check out the YouTube video, because who knows if you're even going to be able to find any of these by the time you're hearing this. And if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to listen. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can do that simply by going to brobots.me. That's where we'll be back Monday morning with another episode. Thanks so much for being there.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.